4th Annual BCB MLK Showcase is brought to you by CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. Hawks Basketball Academy and Junior Hawks Camps, designed to give Atlanta youth the ultimate basketball experience. Assistant Basketball Coach app, your source for coaching insight. And Deed Chain, great acts are made of small deeds.
Not shoot too much, and if my teammates open, give them the ball, but I had a matchup tonight where I was able to score, so I tried to take advantage of that.
It seemed like Traker's really got it going. He hit 7 threes. When he gets it going like that, does it make it easier for you down inside?
Oh, a lot easier, because that's when they're going to start focusing more on him, and that opens up a lot for me, just like when they focus on me, it opened up those shots that he hit, so I like that.
I talked about how I got to see you last year at CP3 and just to see how your game has grown. How do you think your game has grown since you were at the CP3 Rising Stars?
Just trying to got off a lot of weight so I can be able to move a little bit faster and trying to get a little bit stronger. So.
Well, I was talking about your musical talents. Is it 3 or 4 instruments? It's 3?
Yes,
okay, I thought it was 4. So which 3 is it?
Well, it is 4, but it's like the same instrument, but it's 2 different types.
Okay, so that's 4.
Yeah.
What are they?
Piano, upright bass, baritone saxophone, and alto saxophone.
Which is your favorite?
I had to say either the bass or the alto sax.
Where'd you pick that up from?
My mom.
Your mom? Okay. All right. So when it's not basketball, it's music.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Well, you're going to have to come up with your own beats for your highlights. That's what you do?
No.
You haven't did that?
No, I haven't tried it.
You haven't thought about doing that?
Not yet.
Okay. Not yet. DJ Burns, 19 points, man. Congratulations. Stay focused, my brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. DJ Burns of York Prep, 19 points in their victory right here from the 2017 BCB MLK Showcase on SUVtv.
Versus the Peachtree High School Lions. The GHSA and its member schools have made a commitment to promote good sportsmanship as student athletes, coaches, and spectators at all GHSA sanctioned events. Profanity and degrading remarks and intimidating actions directed at officials or competitors will not be tolerated, and there are grounds for removal from the event site. Spectators are not allowed in the competition area during warm-ups or while the contest is being conducted. Thank you for your cooperation in the promotion of good sportsmanship at today's event. Ladies and gentlemen, will you all please rise and move your caps and face the flag while the playing of our national anthem. And now for the starting lineups. First for the visiting United Faith Christian Academy Falcons. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 3, Raphael Jenkins. On the wing, a 6'5" sophomore, number 5, Jason Thompson. At guard, a 6' senior, number 10, Jalen Knight. On the wing, a 6'6" junior, number 21, Brett Swilling. And at forward, a 6'8" junior, number 23, Casey Hankton. Head coach of United Faith Christian is Josh Coley. And now the starting lineup for the home team, Peachtree Ridge Lions. At guard, 6'2" senior, number 10, Connor Haywood. At forward, a 6'5" senior, number 12, Chris Collins. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 14, Caleb Holyfield. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 20, Fred Payton. And on the wing, a 6'4" junior, number 24, Devin Russell. And head coach of Peachtree
We
Ridge
welcome
is
you into Peachtree Ridge High School and Lions Gymnasium. Joel Hilsman, glad to be here with you. It is the night camp of the 4th annual BCB MLK Showcase. Joel Hilsman. It is Peachtree Ridge Lions coming in at 11. Now he's going to be monitoring and pacing up and down that sideline as his Peachtree Ridge Lions and the United Faith Christian Falcons are underway. Starting lineups for United Faith. They are in possession of the basketball. Raphael Jenkins, number 3. Number 5, Jason Thompson. Number 10, Jalen Knight. And number 21, Brett Swilling. Put it on the floor. There's a drive now by Jenkins. Jenkins kicks it over. A long 3 out of the corner. It is no good. Off the mark by Casey Hankton, the other starter. Haywood back this way. Connor Haywood drive. Shot no good. Rebound put back up and in by Fred Payton. Fred Payton cracks the seal on this one with the rebound. Offensive rebound and put back. It is Connor Haywood, number 10. Chris Collins, number 12. Caleb Holyfield, number 14. Fred Payton, number 20. And Devin Vassell, number 24. The 5 on the floor and the starters for the Peachtree Ridge Lions. United working with it now, and here comes Brett Swilling down the lane, floated up, it falls off, no, rebound, out of bounds, and it will go over to United Faith, to Peachtree Ridge. Peachtree Ridge offensively 56.7 points a game, defensively 55.9. Been an up and down season. They've been in and out of the bottom of the rankings, both in the Score Atlanta Cal Sandy poll and in the AJC. There's a jump. Good. Holyfield. Passing lane, almost shot. So here goes Hankton down the lane, dropped it off, out of bounds, and it will stay with United. Coach Josh Cooley was very upset with us. Not upset, excuse me. He was very laid back with us when he had the interview, and now I look down and he done went on and put on the 3-piece. Sharp, my brother, I hear you. In his first season at his United Falcons, work it on offense. Out of Charlotte, North Carolina, they come in ranked number 7 in the private school poll, but in their division, they are number 2. Haywood with the steal up ahead. Here comes Vassell, layup off the window. Good. Connor Haywood with the assist. Vassell with the lay in transition. 6-0 ball game. 2 minutes gone by. Goes around the screen. Gonna try to put him on skates, kicks it out. There's a jumper over by Thompson. No, and he was fouled. Connor Haywood will pick up the foul, his first, team's first. And another theme of the day, the left-hander, a 6'5" sophomore, and Jason Thompson. Thompson, 14 points, 12 rebounds a game, getting some interest from VMI and from Furman. First free throw is good, and they are in the books. Courtesy of Jason Thompson at the free throw line. 76.1 points per game offensively for United. Defensively, allowing 58.7 points per game. Connor Haywood gets the rebound of the second missed free throw there by Jason Thompson. Kick it to the corner. Stop, going to put it on the floor. Long jumper, Payton, good. It's a 2. He had his foot on the line. Fred Payton with 2 field goals early on. It's 8-1. And a foul with 5.5 to go. Foul way out high. Coach Arrington didn't like it, put his hands on his hips. The foul's going to be on Fred Payton. His first, team second. Coming off the bench, it'll be a 6'7" sophomore, and Sam Wolf will keep our eyes on him once Coach Coley goes to the bench. A long three, in and out, no. Rebound comes down to Connor Haywood again, his second of the day. Outlet pass to Vassell, slam dunk on the break. Devin Vassell. And a dunk and a 10-1 start for the Peachtree Ridge Lions, the host. And a timeout, 30 seconds, taken by United Faith Christian. Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe is a French interpretation of traditional Mediterranean grill and roasted meats that come together with our original sauces and sides for flavors that are deliciously unexpected and completely our own. Please visit our Swanee location just 1 mile down on Old Peachtree Road near Interstate 85. Taziki's. So out of the timeout, a 10-1 start for Peachtree Ridge in the first 2 minutes and 46 seconds. 2 minutes, 44 seconds. 46, I had it right the first time. And they'll bring it across is United. United in the burgundy tops, burgundy bottoms, white numbers, white trim. Peachtree Ridge all in white, blue numbers, red trim. And this is their home gymnasium. And almost a takeaway. Give it back to the top, and now here comes Swilling. Swilling on the stop, pull-up jumper, good, right at the elbow. First field goal, and out of the timeout, get the hoop. And Coach Coley ecstatic about that as he walks up and down the bench. Here's Connor Haywood. Haywood gonna drive, kick it back out. Holyfield had to save it, kick it back to the top now to Payton. Payton swings it to Vassell. Vassell now gives it into the corner. There's Haywood, long skip pass. They bobble it. They'll skip it over to Vassell. Vassell a three. It's back iron. No. Rebound. Tip. And Hayward going to come away with it again. Hayward now over. Payton stops. Kicks a three. It's going to go in and out. No. Rebound ripped down there by Hankton. Connor Haywood been all over the place right now. Shot up. No. And a foul here on this end. Connor Haywood, what I like to call the hard hat lunch pail, HHLP, going to take that up to Michigan State and put on that Spartan uniform and play football. Not an early enrollee. Wanted to go ahead and finish his high school tenure here and do it for Coach Keith Arrington on the basketball floor. First free throw is good. So Connor Haywood picked up his second, the team's third. And into the scoring book now is Jalen Knight, the 6-foot senior, number 10, who averages 22 points a game and 6 assists and has committed to the University of Hartford, Connecticut. Free throw, good. Made them both. 10-5. Now Peachtree Ridge facing the United press, but they fall back out. Still man-to-man defense. Going to go behind the back now is Tamir Harrison-Chester, who checks in for the first time for the Lions. Caught on the baseline. They kick it back out to the foul called on Jalen Knight. So his first and the team's first. Onakachi is into the contest now for Peachtree Ridge, 34 in white. And here's Harrison-Chester. Harrison-Chester lost it. Got his cookies taken by Raphael Jenkins. Jenkins coming on the break. Collins is coming with him. Up and under, no. Rebound comes down to Okanakis. Here comes Payton. Payton in the middle. Bounces it up ahead. Pass will be stolen again. Jenkins now taking cookies. He's got back-to-back steals. Outlet to Swilling. Swilling all the way. Get it out of here. Get that shot out of here. Pin it up off the glass. Chris Collins did. They come back this way. Payton. Pump fake. Goes baseline. Short corner. Ooh, give me that. Right back at you. There's a block shot there by K.C. Hankton. I thought Payton had a nice little float. He did too. And Hankton had other ideas. He swatted that thing into the coach's row. Inbound now underneath. Baseline out of bounds. Here's Payton holding on the right wing. Vassell catch fire out of the corner. No. Rebound ripped out of the air by Hankton. Hankton now getting affected. 10-5. United Faith trying to pick up their momentum. There's a drive and a layup to the front of the iron. Good. And Jalen Knight. Well, now United has picked it up, a little 6-0 run since that 10-1 start. Harrison Chester quickly blazing down the lane, put it up left hand, no. Rebound gonna come down, and here comes United Faith. They'll push it this way with Jenkins. Jenkins up ahead, stop. Jenkins to Hankton. Hankton fake, gonna drive, kick it back, leave him open. A long three, yeah, that's off the mark, no. Rebound smack down, and Vassell says, hey, let's calm down, and let's walk it up the floor and slow it down with 2.5 coming up in this first quarter. Payton will hold it. Collins gave him the screen, didn't use it. Now he kicks it to Collins. The pass wasn't good, had to recover, goes down lane, shot up, no, traveling violation. Traveling violation as he came across the line. So Holyfield will come back in, and now here comes Hiram Maxey making his first appearance of the day. Payton and Harrison Chester will take a seat as Coach Keith Aronson paces up and down that bench, 2:21. Less than that now is Raphael Jenkins, the 5'10 junior, on a little screen to Hankton. Hankton layup good. He's injected energy. His first field goal, Casey Hankton, the 6'8 junior. So an 8-0 run out of that timeout has cut it to 1. It's 10-9. So Vassell gonna drive, put it up, no, ripped out of the air again by Casey Hankton. Hankton now infecting his game. He's a double-double guy. Now you can see why. 18 points, 12 boards a game is what he averages. A minute 50 to go, and now he's injecting some stuff. A lot of energy, got him a block shot, and United trying to take the lead. There's a drive, Jenkins float up, no, put back, tap, rolled in good by Jason Thompson. His first field goal, a 10-0 run now. Peachtree Ridge gone scoreless for almost 4 minutes. Shot blocked by Hankton again. Holyfield tried to go down the lane. It wasn't there. Recovered by the Ridge. He's left wide open, but that's for a reason. He kicks it back out to the top to Hiram Maxey, the 6-foot junior. Worked on, got a count and a foul right there. Cheap foul on Jenkins, his first, team second. And substitution. Jason Thompson will go out. So Sam Wolf now in off the bench. Well, I spoke about him. 6'7" and a sophomore. We'll see what he's got. Inbound to Maxey. Maxey going to go down the baseline. He swings it out to the left. Here comes Ike. Down the lane. Shot up. No, and he was fouled. Izu Onenkachi, the 6'4 junior, was fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. So Sam Wolf, minutes into the game, seconds into the game, picks up his first foul. So Onenkachi at the free throw line. Rolled in the first one good. And that broke the 10-0 run. 4 minutes and 5 seconds between points for Peachtree Ridge since that timeout was called when they had a 10-1 lead. It's 11 all, and now 12-11 they retake the lead. Working between the rings, gets the screen from Wolf. Jenkins wanted to pull it, but it wasn't there, so he'll give it back, and here's Jalen Knight. Knight on the logo, back between the rings, gets the screen. He's going to go to the right. It's not there. Him and Hankton tried the screen roll action. There's a three by Jenkins. He bottomed it out. Raphael Jenkins, his first field goal, and it's from behind the long line. 14-12. Maxey on the right wing, half a minute to go, first quarter. Holyfield, he pulls a deep one from the left wing, air ball, rebounds recovered, but he was stepping out of bounds. Alex Walker, the 6'2 junior, turnover, and it'll go over to United Faith. So since trailing 10-1, United Faith 13-2 over the final 5:14 of this first quarter. That timeout, that's what we call an effective timeout. Out of the corner, Wolf for three, kaboom. Sam Wolf for three ball. 17-12. Look at this now. Look at this. There's a jumper to beat the horn. No good by Alex Walker. So after trailing 10-1, United Faith leads 17-12 at the end of the first right here. The SUVtv.com. We begin the second quarter. Peachtree Ridge trailing now, 17-12. Peachtree Ridge in the white with the blue numbers and red trim. They're moving left to right as we view it on the perch here at Lyon Gymnasium. There's a long three, catch fire, barely graced the rim by the junior Alex Walker. Coach Arrington didn't like it, walks all the way down. I thought he was going to make a drastic substitution. He's not going to do it. Peachtree Ridge unable to get anything going. Coach Arrington very upset. Connor Haywood is back into the contest to start this second quarter for the Lions. Peachtree Ridge has struggled from beyond the arc on the season, shooting just under 25%. There's a drive, put up, no, and a foul call. Jalen Knight attacking into the teeth of the Peachtree Ridge defense. He'll go to the free throw line.
Peachtree Ridge fouls on number 32, Alex Walker.
Alex Walker picks up the first and his team fourth. So Walker getting some minutes here and airballed or barely almost missed an airball on a three and now comes down and commits the foul. So Jalen Knight at the free throw line for the second time in his first miss. He's 2 of 3. We saw York Prep here just a moment ago with DJ Burns and Tracus Chisholm, and they did some excellent work. United Faith has defeated them twice this season. Crossing the timeline, now holds it, and here's Alex Walker. Walker now over to Haywood. Haywood doesn't like it. He puts it on the floor with the right hand, now hands it over to Anakachi. Anakachi was out beyond the arc. And here comes out Walker. Walker lost it as he goes down the lane, a turnover. Hesitation move, kicks it in the corner to Hankton. Hankton left his feet on the pass and got it out to Jalen Knight. 18-12, Knight directing traffic back way out high on the Peachtree Ridge Lion logo. Gonna hesitate, now spins it off, and here's Swilling. Swilling over a long, deep three by Jenkins. Hill of the rim, no good. Chased down by Connor Haywood. It hit the floor. He's gonna recover it. Connor Haywood has really been doing the dirty work, you know it. Here's Walker. Walker tried to float it up, no. Tip shot, no. And there's going to be a foul, and let's see, that will be on Peachtree Ridge, and that'll be on Fred Payton, his second, the team's second. So substitutions now. Walker will go out, Holyfield will go out, and Onakachi will go out, and Coach Keith Arrington comes and gives him a high five. Walker, you kind of had a feeling he knew he was going to come out trying to get that shot up and in. Darius Moss into the contest now for the first time, a 6'1 junior for Ridge. Floater, Jenkins, no. Tip, put back up by Thompson, no. Rebound ripped down by Christian Collins. Christian Collins, Vassell, Payton, Haywood, and then the aforementioned Moss. And there goes Collins right on cue with the hoop. 18-14, though. United Faith still with the lead. They kick it across, catch fire, Hankton a three, rattled it right on down the milk crate. It's Casey Hankton, a three ball, his second field goal. 21-14, you realize this is a 20-4 run since the 5:14 mark of the first quarter. Peachtree Ridge now going ice cold. Haywood down the lane, drives, puts it up off the window, good. His first field goal, Connor Haywood. And a timeout call by Peachtree Ridge. It'll be a full timeout. Coach Arrington has had enough. Blue Collar Basketball provides skill development training for individuals, groups, and teams at youth high schools, AAU, college, and professional levels. PCB also provides services for coaches as well. For more information, visit us online at bcbball.com. Jets Pizza. Life is short. Eat better pizza. Well, let's talk about Peachtree Ridge now, trailing 21-16. Their resume, they went 2-2 down at the Kingdom of Sun at Vanguard High School in Ocala, Florida. A wonderful event, well-known event down there. Had wins over Lakewood Ranch. Lakewood Ranch is a very good basketball team down there in Florida. They were able to defeat Seffner Christian, and you know Seffner Christian, we saw them earlier this season. Shot no good off the side to the left by Wolf. Peachtree Ridge will come back this way, working it with Haywood, Connor Haywood kicks over, catch, fire. It's a long two. It's no good. Rebound is tipped into the air. Peyton couldn't get it to go. Rebound back tapping. Here's Jalen Knight. Knight going to attack. Knight going to take the contact. Tried to go over the roof. It goes out of bounds. And then they lost to Madison Memorial out of Wisconsin, who eventually went on to win the Kingdom of the Sun championship. And then they lost in the third place game to Vanguard. So Vanguard, the host there, the Knights, down in Marion County, Ocala, Florida. They got North Marion down there in that corridor, along with Forest, Gainesville, Buchholz. A lot of those games are available online, but I thought that was very good. Meadow Creek also went down and participated. Meadow Creek is in the same region here as Peachtree Ridge, in the same county, not used to be in the same region. So they both went down there and repped at the Kingdom of Sun tournament. That's been the extent of the OSS competition for Peachtree Ridge. Foul underneath. And that's going to be on Raphael Jenkins.
Christian fouls on number 3. Raphael Jenkins is his second.
Team's fourth foul. But Chris Collins will be going to the free throw line, the 6'5" senior. And you just have to love what he's able to do. Versatile, been on the scene quite a while, has been playing. Bulk of his minutes began his sophomore season. In and out, no good. He started getting some minutes there in the latter part of mid-season, the latter part of his freshman year. Second free throw. He split them. 4-point ball game, 4:20 to go. Here's Jenkins across the timeline between the rings. He kicks it over. Now they put it on the floor. Stop. There's a jump off to the left. Going to roll off. No good follow. Offensive rebound. Put back Jalen Knight. Jalen Knight now with 7 in the contest. Quickly. Alley. There's no hoop. Hanging on the rim. And they're going to give him a technical foul. Technical foul call on Christian Collins. That'll be his first foul, first personal foul, first team foul, or first technical foul, his first foul, and the team's 6th foul.
Number 10, Jalen Knight is at the line for the Falcons.
Collins picks up the technical foul, which is a personal foul at the high school game, and going to the free throw line to be Jalen Knight. Knight, free throw. It rolls in good. I almost thought they was going to let him go with that one. I almost did. The technical fouls are so valuable in the high school ranks because it costs you a personal foul as well. Personally, I don't like that. You could. I like to see a warning first. And you know Collins is long. He may go up there and try to dunk on that thing again. That was just his first foul, though. But he's got a technical. Swilling. Pop at the top. 3. Karam's off the rim, flies into that left corner. It's picked up there now by Jenkins. Jenkins says, whoa, pull it on out. Excuse me, that was Knight. Kick it. There's a jumper. Hankton. Good. It's a 2. Hankton with a 2.
23, KC Hankton. Peachtree Ridge basketball number 10, Connor Hayward.
Hayward with the hoop on the other end for Peachtree Ridge. Ooh, he almost walked out of here. Give it back out there. Here's Jalen Knight. Drive, bounce pass, lost it, out of bounds. United Faith likes to keep the pace up a little bit. I mentioned averaging 76 points per game. They've had 7 games of 80 or more points and 2 games of 90 plus. Conversely now, I brought out the Peachtree Ridge numbers. They're only allowing 55.9 points per game, but they're only averaging 56.7. So not an explosive offense from Peachtree Ridge. 3-pointer, no good. Off the hill of the rim, Swilling goes up and gets the rebound. Got him on skates. Knight back to Swilling. Swilling a 3, hill of the rim, no. They sky for it. Connor Haywood comes down with it. Haywood cleaning the glass, his 5th board of the day. 27-19, he goes from behind the back. There's a bounce pass to Collins. Collins up, no, and he was fouled. Foul will be on Jason Thompson, his first, team's 5th, and Collins will go to the free throw line where he's 1 of 2 on the day.
Number 12, Christian Collins on the line, shooting 2.
Collins puts in the first free throw.
Back in the game for the Falcons, number 1, Bryson Canty. Back in for the Lions, number 34, Izu Onyekachi.
Onyekachi will check back in. Here comes Bryson Canty, a 6'1 sophomore. Free throw, good. 27-21, 2:17 to go, and now a timeout has to be called, and it will be a 30-second timeout called by United Faith. Wilson Lewis is a full-service CPA firm with offices in Gwinnett County and Metro Atlanta. We are large enough to handle all of your coaching accounting needs, yet small enough to give you the personal touch that you want. At Wilson Lewis, we measure our success based on the success of our clients. Visit wilsonlewis.com. 4th annual 2017 BCB MLK Showcase sponsors Point Guard College, Wilson Lewis, All-American Specialties, Tzatziki's, Jets Pizza, and Dick's Sporting Goods. 2:16 to go, and a turnover out of the timeout. And Coach Coley goes and looks right at the bench and signals for someone to come in. Onyekachi on the glass, put it back up, no tip, follow in there, good by Vassell, who's back into the contest. Devin Vassell with the hoop, 27-23. Jalen Knight, left hand dribble between the legs, belt high, spins it over to the right side now to Canty. Canty back to Knight with 1:45 to go. Went reaching in, almost got a foul, did Fred Payton. Nothing to the basket now. Catch, long 3, it's good. Bottomed it out. A deep 3 from Jalen Knight, the 6-foot senior. 30-23. United giving Peachtree Ridge issues. Peachtree Ridge shot out to that 10-1 start. United has settled down. Has their own 7-point lead. Bassel hits 3. It's good. He routed it right on down the Milk Creek, too. 3 ball. It's good. 30-26. 60 seconds to go. Second quarter. Well, United will be patient with it now. Feed it on that high post. Here's Knight. Knight step back. Now spins it over, and here's Canty. Canty to Knight. Payton shot the pass lane, couldn't get it, so Knight pulls a 3 and splashed it home again. Jalen Knight back-to-back 3 balls. 33-26. Back up to 7, just when Peachtree Ridge thought they were going to have some form of some momentum. Caleb Holyfield holds it now to Payton. This game almost a signature or a little bit of a glow of how this season has looked. A turnover so far for Peachtree Ridge. They're 11-7 on the year, and they've just been up and down, up and down, up and down. They've kind of been buoying, as I mentioned, at the bottom of the ranking, 9-10 there. And as for all of the discussion of how tough it is in Georgia 7A, the same could be said about United Faith, although they've got a little bit more command of their section and being the top number 2 ranked team in their conference. There's a long, deep 3, skipped off the rim, no good. And we reach halftime with the score. United Faith Christian, the Falcons, 33. Peachtree Ridge Lions, 26. Halftime right here from the 2017 BCB MLK Showcase.
The 4th annual BCB MLK Showcase is brought to you by CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. Hawks Basketball Academy and Junior Hawks Camps, designed to give Atlanta youth the ultimate basketball experience. Assistant Basketball Coach app, your source for coaching insight. And D-Chain, Great acts are made of small deeds.
Well, it's a great day because today's just a small indication of our passion for the city of Atlanta. We're nothing without the fans. It is literally the foundation on what we build.
Well, you know, they always say you can't bend a tree when it's old. So the time to pour in the young people is when they're young. And that's really what we're doing right now. These facilities, best-in-class facilities, is all about making sure that people have a strong foundation, strong fundamentals, and the Atlanta Hawks help making that possible.
Today is not just about basketball, it's about building a community. And the Atlanta Hawks and CBA Sports has been true to Atlanta in supporting all of our efforts to invest in various communities all across the city.
We're here with William Walker, who this Ben Hill Court was formerly named after now. William, what does it mean to you as well as the community to have this court?
Well, I think it means a whole lot to the community to have a safer court and a more of a beautiful court that the kids will have an opportunity to enjoy. We have approximately over 300 kids in our summer camp, and it will give them an opportunity to come out and really enjoy a nice looking court and a safe court, and hopefully what they will do, they will be able to elevate their skill level as they participate on this court.
I played basketball. This is where I started. I used to live up the street from here, so this park means the world to me. But building bridges is something that we are obligated to do because kids emulate everything we do. So this is huge for the community, and the fact that the Hawks, CBA Sport, and Sport Court has come out to put a beautiful court down here and really make it a fun experience is what it's all about.
You know, it's always good for kids to get a head start on life, and you know, when people, you know, in the Atlanta Hawks organization take the time out to kind of, you know, get kids cheat codes to, you know, succeed. It's a beautiful thing. You know, I run a foundation myself, and you know, anytime Atlanta Hawks come out, you know, I've always wanted to try to show my face and, you know, try to take notes and, you know, really learn how to make a difference.
This just enhances their dreams and their opportunities to be able to, you know, dream big and try to do big things, and it's a positive environment. So that's what's most important.
The Hawks are committed to renovating or building 25 basketball courts over 5 years and are well on their way. And I've been to almost every single one of them, but this may be one of the best I've ever seen.
Well, I think the Hawks have really, you know, recognized that basketball is their core. You know, they started doing a lot of other things, and then kind of when Steve Koonin came in, he said, hey, we're about basketball, so let's bring basketball into communities that may not have the best. We all grew up with, like, you know, the Peachtree or, you know, the milk, you know, holder or whatever, but never a court like this. I mean, you're talking about something that's totally covered, something that's totally lit. Imagine how many hours are going to be played on this court for kids who may not have a chance to actually see. I mean, this is state of the art.
Well, I think what resonates with me is William Walker, who we named the court after today. He was a coach for 50 years in this community, and what the Hawks are invested in is not only the youth. We do some coaches clinics year-round, so it just speaks to the volume that a coach can impact all these kids, and the Hawks are doing a small part in training those coaches and hopefully having an impact on the city of Atlanta.
This court means so much to the community of Atlanta because people look at the Atlanta Hawks for inspiration. They look at us to help lead the community in a variety of ways, and when we think about our children and millennials and new generations that we're trying to touch, this is really a great way for us to directly impact the youth and to keep them engaged with our brand and keep them engaged with the game of basketball.
A lot of people talk about building bridges, but here you actually see a bridge being built. This is a tangible, actual tangible, something you can touch and look at it. Like I said, once again, when you look at the kids' faces, they're running around, playing basketball, eating ices, hot dogs, and all that. What more can you ask for on a summer day in hot Atlanta?
The Atlanta Hawks are a community asset. We say that over and over. So what you have to do is figure out ways to bridge to the community. Building basketball courts is our way to bridge to the community. We're looking for other ways, but this is one, and it's worked, and it will continue to work, and we're committed to it.
CBA Sports is amazing. I have literally watched them do so many court renovations, and this particular court is just absolutely phenomenal. I love the coloring that they used. I love the creative design on it. I think that it's so unique. You definitely can't find it in any other community, and so CBA means so much to the Atlanta Hawks because they truly put all of their creative energy into every court they do for us.
Welcome you back inside of Lion Gymnasium as we get ready for the second half between United Faith Christian Academy, the Falcons out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and the Peachtree Ridge Lions out of Suwanee, Georgia. We are at the 2017 BCB Basketball MLK Showcase. United Faith with the lead and in possession as we begin this third quarter. And a nice drive and a lay off the window by Jason Thompson. High man was Jalen Knight there in that first half. He had 15. Casey Hankton had 7. And here's Swilling on the break up ahead. Knight layup, it was blocked, put back up and in, good by Thompson. Jason Thompson, the 6'5" sophomore. Back-to-back hoops, and they push the lead quickly out to 9. Devin Vassell had 9 for Peachtree Ridge. Peachtree Ridge can't get anything going here. Swilling between the legs, and kicks it. There's the long three out of the corner. No good. Rebound's going to be ripped down, takes it, flips it up, and it's like almost blocked shot. No, put back up and in. So Jason Thompson has just came in and just got the first 6 points quick out the dressing room from halftime and shot the lead up to 13, 39-26. 6-0 run that started, all courtesy of Jason Thompson. Spinning through the lane, put it up. Good by Devin Vassell. In double figures now, 11 for Devin. Swilling goes down the baseline. Shot is up, no good. Connor Haywood is going to recover it. Haywood now in transition. Hayward all the way, shot up. No, they'll call it on the floor. Coach Arrington wanted the N1, and I thought that should have been. He didn't put it back on the floor, but they called it on the floor to be the team's first foul. Raphael Jenkins, his third. Looking, and now getting inbound to Fred Payton. Payton, Haywood, Holyfield, Collins, and Vassell on the floor. Long three, Holyfield rattled it right on down the milk crate. He's rattling that thing in there. That's his first three. Behind the back, there's a drive. It's on the floor. Hankton's going to recover it. Thompson feeling good. Short corner jumper, good. He's got all 8 right here for United Faith. 10-point ball game. A little more than 2 minutes gone by. Fifth and final game of the day. Drive, layup. It rolled off, tip, put back, up and in, good by Fred Payton. Payton with the offensive rebound and put back. (41-33). Thompson gives it off to Swilling. Swilling on the go, put it up, and got the roll. Brett Swilling got the roll. Talked about Peachtree Ridge, who's in possession now, trailing by 10. They shot out to a 10-1 start and a timeout, and after that timeout, they just really have not been in it. Other losses for them today is this season of consequence. There's a shot by Payton. He made it and then turned and looked at the ref, and now a timeout called by Keith Arrington. I think he's upset about not getting the call as well. It will be a 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout. Dick's is a proud sponsor of the 4th annual Blue Collar Basketball Show MLK Showcase. For all of your sporting goods needs, please visit your local Dick's Sporting Goods or visit us online at dicksportinggoods.com. Remember, every season starts at Dick's. Those other losses that I was talking about with Peachtree Ridge this season, Sandy Creek, Heritage, Conyers, Collins Hill, and Duluth. Sandy Creek, a viable team there in 4A. Heritage Conyers, a viable team in 6A. Collins Hill, a notable team in 7A, and Duluth, a notable team in 7A. And now what do we have? Was there a discrepancy in the timeout? Evidently, they wanted a full timeout and they only gave them a 30, so now they will give them that full timeout, which will give me time to remind you about Jets Pizza. Life is short. Eat better pizza. All-American Specialties. At All-American Specialties, quality has always been top priority. The attention to detail, innovation, and superior service are the key elements that make All-American Specialties one of the premier providers of recognition awards and promotional products in the Southeast. 8-point game with 4:43 to go. So out of the timeout now. It'll be United Faith in control. They're moving left to right. In possession will be Raphael Jenkins. Jenkins over to Swilling. Swilling now will give it off between the top. The Knight. Knight now to Thompson as they run that weave action right there at the top. Peachtree Ridge has gone to the bench now deeply, and Shaz Mulu, the 6-foot senior, is checked into the game, who's getting a lot of burn and starting actually earlier in the season when we saw them here in a win over Tucker. There's a drive and a put in good by Jalen Knight. Knocked away, hook shot, blocked out of there. Mulu gives it back out now. Here's Connor Haywood. No, that's the Holyfield, excuse me. Holyfield has it. Stop, pump fake, kick to the top. Now working around the horn, fake the pass. Now here's Holyfield over to Vasile in the corner of 3. It's going to rattle around, no. Tip, out of bounds. It will stay with Peachtree Ridge with 3:37 to go in a 10-point ball game. Sam Wolf now will make his entrance back into the ball game. First time here in this second half. Sam Wolf, the 6'7" sophomore. Holyfield gonna go baseline, lost his footing back to Mulu. Mulu across the lane, stop, shot in the lane, off the window, it's no good. Rebound, picked up, power drive, up, shot, no, put back dunk by Vasile. So the put back jam by Devin Vasile. And Onenkachi was down there on the glass and couldn't get it. Out of bounds, and it will go over to Peachtree Ridge. Substitution now. Holyfield will go out, and Harrison Chester will come in. The junior 5'8" Tamir Harrison Chester. So here's Haywood. Haywood behind the back, one way and the other. Now hands it over, and here's Harrison Chester, who got some burn there in that first half. Onenkachi now gives it over to Haywood. Haywood around the screen, hesitate, going to go down the lane, pick it off. Here's Devin. Devin with the left-hand dribble. Now back to Connor, who's got it on that right wing. On the fake, now going to hesitate, jump stop, swinging across. Good ball movement. Now he faked it, going to drive all the way up. And one, counted, and the foul, Devin Vasile. The hoop and the harm. He'll try and complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. 45-39 with 2:48 to go third quarter. Free throw. Good. He rattled it in. On 7 in the quarter now for Devin Vasile. 5-point ball game. Peachtree Ridge and Coach Arrington's squad has made a push now. Almost lost it in the backcourt. Jenkins did and did. A turnover. Good pressure there, and that might have been why Coach Harrington said, you know what, let me go to the bench and see if Harrison Chester, if I can find somebody who's going to play some defense and force a turnover. Side out of bounds. Into the full court, looking, Mulu looks, he waved him off, and they got it into Harrison Chester. Chester going to spin, go to the baseline, it's not there, going to peel it back out, had to keep the dribble alive, now he had to pick it up. Pivoting off that foot, now back in a bad pass. Poor judgment there, the steal, back this way, layup, off the window, good, so the steal and lay for Jalen Knight. Push the lead back out to 7. Not a good decision there when they were making a run. Here comes Haywood bullying down the lane. Good. Connor Haywood, his 6th point of the game. Back quickly now, and here's Chris Gilmore, freshman at 6'3", into the contest now. So Coach Coley sees a little bit of breathing room and want to get the burn in for the young freshman, but the pass is a turnover for United, and it goes up the steps and into the seats. Long skip pass up ahead. There's a drive floating across the lane, left to right, no. Rebound ripped down by Hankton. Skip it up ahead, catch fire. Hankton a three. It's going to be no good. Rebound is going to come off, and a straddle down by Chris Collins. 95 seconds to go, third quarter, 5-point game. Haywood down the lane with the left hand up, no, and he was fouled on the play. So now Connor Haywood will go to the free throw line, his first trip to the line, trying to inject some energy in this ball game for Peachtree Ridge. They're back within 5. Remember now, the story is they shot out to a 10-1 lead. Free throw, good from Connor Haywood. 47-43, 1:31 to go, third quarter. Joel Hilsman, glad that you are with us in the nightcap, the finale of the BCB MLK Showcase. Haywood made them both. And Hiram Maxey will check in now and give Connor Haywood a blow. 3-point ball game. Maxey now with some fresh legs. Look like Coach Aronson wants to try and finish this quarter strong and steal some minutes with Haywood, who is that hard hat lunch pail guy. Very physical. Shot to passing lane. A steal. Collins trying to recover it in the open floor. He does pick it up and then almost had it taken away. Now he's going to put it on the floor, go driving down the lane, put it up with the contact. No, nothing there. Rebound going to come out to Jalen Knight. Here comes Jalen Knight crossing the timeline. Jalen now kicks it to the left over to the young freshman in Gilmore, and a jump ball tie-up. It'll be possession now going to Peachtree Ridge. Raphael Jenkins will check back in now for United. 17-2, 5-1 in their conference, number 2 in the North Carolina Independent School Athletic Association. Jenkins back in, out of bounds, and it will go to United Faith, and now they corrected and says it will go to Peachtree Ridge. The lead official made the call that was confusing to Peachtree Ridge players, and one of them turned and looked at the center ref. Inbound, Haywood up and in good. He went off and came back in and got a quick drink back in, and now he gets him a deuce. Crossed him up, swings it over to the right side. Trying to go one way and the other. Now Maxey's going to get called. Hiram Maxey with the foul. His first and the team's first here in this second half, and it's a 1-point ball game all of a sudden, 47-46. So here's Swilly. Swilly gives it back now to Knight. Jalen Knight, the 6-foot senior, between the rings with 7 seconds to go. He's picked up by Haywood. Gonna drive, stop it, wasn't there. Got the screen in the corner with 2. Baseline jumper, good. Raphael Jenkins, quiet most of the night. He made some noise there. 49-46, we head to the fourth quarter. United Faith Christian Academy Eagles leading the Peachtree Ridge Lions.
The Atlanta Hawks Basketball Academy is camps, clinics, leagues, coaches' education, and tournaments.
I've learned to boost my confidence up. From the dribbling to the shooting to the passing, it's just a great, great camp.
They get a chance to meet former and current Hawk players.
We're building kids on the court and off the court. It's about character and being a good basketball player.
I would say you need to come out here. It's so fun out here.
quarter, Peachtree Ridge made a push. They put them up their best quarter so far, 20-point third quarter. They trail by 3, 49-46, and a foul down low, and that foul looks like it'll be on Chris Collins. Let's see. It will be. Collins will pick up his second. Remember, he picked up his first with the technical foul. So the nightcap here, Peachtree Ridge and United Faith. Sam Allen back on the broadcast with me. I would have to say, Sam, a very successful 4th annual 2017 BCB MLK.
Absolutely,
showcase.
Joe. Appreciate you being a part of it again and all the value you bring, man. And I think we got our most competitive game of the night here to finish it off, huh?
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. Peachtree Ridge got off to that 10-1 run. 10-1 start. United Faith took that lead. They changed leads a couple of times, but that's been it. Only 3 lead changes in the game. Peachtree Ridge trying to make a push now at the moment. 4-point ball game. Half a minute gone by, 4th quarter. Hiram Maxey on the left wing. He puts it down. 2 hard dribbles, floats through the lane, got it tipped, recovered it. Power dribble, went back up and good. Hiram Maxey stayed with it for his first field goal.
I think this game's going to come down, Joel, to one thing. That's shot selection. Which team's going to get the better shots consistently? So right there, Peachtree Ridge with the layup, tack the rim. Let's see what United Faith answers with.
2-point ball game. Peachtree Ridge got it as close as 1. I have to agree because Coach Arrington, there's a guy who's played very well. Casey Hankton, his energy earlier during that run kind of set the tone for United, and they were able to push out. And there we see him injecting it again. He has 9 in the game. Haywood back at it. Connor Haywood, his 12th point.
Trading layups.
2-point ball game. Casey Hankton goes again off the window. Good. Casey Hankton picking his spot, Sam. Effective there in that first quarter. Came out, played very well in the second quarter. Now picking his spot here in the 4th quarter.
He is, absolutely. He's getting to the bucket. Again, another layup. We've had 4 straight layups on both ends.
Long 3, Haywood.
Tough shot.
Badly missed. You mentioned shot selection, and my point I was going to make earlier, Coach Arrington has played a number of guys, and some of the shot selection from some guys have not been there, and they haven't returned to the contest, but he was tinkering with the combination to see who was going to inject some energy in, and I think he found it in that 3rd quarter.
He did. I think he's got the right combination. I wouldn't be surprised to see this crew play, if not the whole stretch, the majority of the stretch down here, last 6 minutes.
A drive night kick out, the 3, in and out Jenkins. Haywood on the glass again. He's had a wonderful day. 6 boards, outletting to Maxey. Maxey brought some energy off the bench as well. Chris Collins, a quiet night so far outside of a big second quarter. Vassell a long 3, bang, 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 all 3 of them.
Hayward is a very good passer, Joel. I mean, he makes very good advanced passes. He does a little bit of everything. Rebounds, defends, scores. Another
nice drive by Hankton. Hankton turning it on now, 6 points, his highest scoring quarter. You know, Connor Haywood would tell you he's such a good passer because that goes back to his quarterback days. That's what that would say. Pretty sure he's not going to play quarterback at Michigan State, but he's going to bring something to that football team. Pass tip, Swilly gets it, recovers, and a turnover now as we go under 5 minutes. Up ahead here, Swilly back driving ferociously down the lane, and a foul. It might be on Collins. It might be on Devin Vassell. Let's see. It will be on Collins, so that'll be his 3rd. Team's 3rd with 4:54 to go. I recapped the day so far earlier. I don't know what stands out to you. McEachern with their big victory and 35 points from Isaac Okoro. Then, of course, the Newton-Spartanburg Day game where Zion Williamson 31-14. It was a quiet 31-14, but Isaiah Miller 29 and J.D. Note 24. Ashton Hagens 14. Langston Hughes had a solid day from Khalil Cuffey. He had 27. Landers Nolly 21. And Zion Williams had 25. And then York really having a good game against Covenant Christian. 33 from Chisholm. 19 from DJ Burns, and now we're finishing this one out. I mean, if you want to pick just an all-showcase team or an all-showcase performer, you'd really have to scratch your head on that one.
Yeah, you know, you bring up a good point, Joel. To me, the performance of the day from an individual standpoint, who stole the show, I'd say Isaiah Miller. You know, and you're right, Zion Williamson, it sounds crazy to say a quiet 31-14. That sounds crazy, even me saying it, but there's some truth to that. There really is. You know, you almost expect more. And you know, the kid's got so much ability, but you do expect a lot from a kid who's putting up those numbers anyways. But to put an all-tournament team together, you know, I don't know who you'd have in there, but I definitely got to have Isaiah. Ashton Hagens might have been the best all-around performance of the day. York Prep was a great team effort. They might have been the most impressive team effort thus far, but it'd be hard to pick just 5 individuals. What you got?
Oh, I mean, I can't discount what Okora did, and I can't discount what McEachern did. They got out, and they sometimes when you know you're supposed to jump on your opponent and do it and stay on them, they did. You know, Lakeview can shoot the 3, kind of got back in it late. I like what I saw from Newton again. I worry about their depth as they continue to go on down the stretch. I really like Chisholm was a very pleasant surprise to me, and I kind of like what Cuffey did. I like what Coach Welsh's team did. It was a close game, and when they was able to jump on them in that third quarter and push it on out there, he let Cuffey and Nolly run the show. Nolly with 21, Cuffey pulled in with 27. Just kind of like Hankton is doing right now, kind of just stepping up and making sure his team is in a good position. He pushes them out to a 7-point lead.
He's been the difference right here in the fourth quarter, Joel.
Most definitely. So, I mean, it's been fun. You've got options to choose from if you ever wanted to do that in an all-showcase team or whatever. And when you have options like that, that means the field was pretty good.
Well, you bring up a great point, I guess, because McEachern, it was so, 7 hours ago they played. I almost forgot about it. But Okoro and what they did was impressive. What a pass right there. Oh, my goodness.
Vassell, up and down. He's going to try and save him right here now.
Connor Hayward is an excellent passer.
Yeah, he's wonderful. I got him for 6 rebounds and a handful of assists already myself, but he's got 12 points, and Vassell now is trying to pick it up himself. He has 21 in the contest right now. 3:35 to go, but right now I think Peachtree Ridge, if they've got any form of push, they've got the push now with 3.5 to go. Down 8, he's Sam Allen. I'm Joel Hilsman. Glad that you're with us as we get ready to close out the 4th annual BCB MLK Showcase. Down the lane, Swilling kicked it back out to the left wing. And now we'll hand it over to Jalen Knight, and there's going to be a timeout, full timeout call by United Faith. So anything in store next year for this fine event, Sam, or any teams that you've got scheduled, any nuggets you can drop on us already, or no?
Joel, wish I could, but that's still in the works.
I'm just prodding. I'm poking for stuff. I just want to see what else is going on. It's the 4th annual. I know I've been to the last 3, so it has been very outstanding.
Yeah, we plan on doing it again next year, Joel. One thing we are seriously contemplating is, for years, 4 or 5 years, we did a showcase at GAC, Greater Atlanta Christian. When Coach Eddie Martin left, my former coach, and now he's at Buford.
That's a good basketball team up there, the Buford Wolves.
Yeah, so there's a strong chance we'll bring back our second showcase and do it at Buford in their beautiful new arena. But
it is beautiful. I was there Friday night. It is fabulous.
Oh, were you? Nice. So, yeah, but again, that's no official announcement yet. There's something in the works. I told you right at the beginning of this 4th quarter, come down to shot selection. I still believe that. And if you think about it, what is United Faith gotten most of the time? Layups. They're getting to the paint, getting some good looks from the perimeter. Peachtree Ridge is going to have to get some stops here to it's not going to be their scoring. They got to get some stops to get back in it.
6 long balls on the day from United Faith, as you mentioned that, and only 2 in this second half, both coming in the 4th quarter. Jason Thompson, a quick 8 points out of the gate in the 3rd quarter, and then Casey Hankton, a quick 9 points out of the gate in the 4th quarter. So those 2 have picked their spots, and Coach Cooley's team has done a fine job. Coach Cooley's fine job here. 7-game winning streak, trying to extend it to 8.
Yep, 17-2 on the year. They've had a good year.
And some valuable wins. We talked about 2 wins already this year over York Prep, a win over Wesley Christian, and a win over Charlotte United.
The Jalen Knight kid with the ball has had a good game, Joel.
Yes, he's played very good.
Runs the show well, good handle.
19 in the game so far, and right now they're starting to munch on that clock a little bit. 2:40 to go. Down the lane, scoop it up. No, put back dunk, Casey Hankton. Oh, man, talk about coming to life when it's time to come to life, and he has done that in this fourth quarter. Second half, all game really, but specifically in this fourth quarter. 16 points in the contest, and he did not score in the third quarter. Holyfield shot no good, tip out of bounds. It will stay with Peachtree Ridge. 2:13 to go. Once again, the fourth annual BCB MLK sponsors Point Guard College, Wilson Lewis, All-American Specialties, Takis, Jets Pizza, Dick's Sporting Goods, and a 3-ball by Devin Vassell. And Vassell is doing what he can to try and keep them in the ball game. Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe, wonderful food. I've had the pleasure of eating there a few times myself. A long three. Collins trying to show the range, big fella, no good. Rebound is going to be pulled down out by Raphael Jenkins. 100 seconds to go in a 7-point game. Peachtree Ridge, as I mentioned, Sam, has been buoying up and down, up and down, up and down this season. And this game was kind of characteristic of it. Got out to the quick 10-1 start, was able to pull within one, but now in the closing minute and a half, down by 7. But anything can happen with this possession right here.
They look a little bit tired. They've played several games, but they're going to have to find a way to push through right here if they're going to make a comeback.
Holyfield, Haywood, Vassell, Collins, and Payton, the main guns on the floor. Long top side three, short, front iron, tip. Rebound and hit the floor, picked up by Hankton with 75 seconds. And now here comes Knight. Knight to Hankton, dunked it home. Beautiful move, and that may be enough.
Falcons basketball number 23, Casey Hankton.
Hankton's been the difference maker here in the fourth quarter. Double-digit points, relentless against attacking the rim here.
Final 1 minute. Holyfield, no. Vassell tapped it back in. He has done what he can. He has done his part to try and keep Peachtree Ridge in it, and he's always done it the whole way, increasing his production in each quarter so far with 55 seconds to go. $26 points in the game for Devin Vassell. That's impressive, and Hankton has turned it on as well with a extremely large fourth quarter. No other Falcon for United Faith has a field goal outside of Raphael Jenkins. He had a 3. It's been all Hankton in the fourth quarter. 13 points in the fourth quarter alone. He has 20 in the contest. And we were talking about individual efforts earlier. Like I say, a number of them to choose from in a well-diverse and rounded out field here at the 4th annual 2007 BCB MLK sponsorship.
Yeah, you think about Okoro and Hagens and Miller, all from winning teams, and then you move into Cuffey from the third game. And
a good field, good 10 games, a good 10 teams, good 5 games, and good 5 winners. Inbound now in the final minute, and a foul on the play. Was that Harrison Chester who's checked in? Yes, it is, Harrison Chester.
His first team fourth is out.
And that's only the 4th team foul, so now if Peachtree Ridge wants to slow the game down, they've got a couple of more fouls to give before they can get them into the 1-and-1, and Connor Haywood on the interception. Dunked it home. Fitting, isn't it? 7-point game, 48.4. Looking, he lost it, out of bounds. Right happened in front of the Peachtree Ridge big coach Arrington. I think he knew he wasn't going to get it, but he tried it.
That clock doesn't stop here in high school like college under a minute on a scored bucket.
Oh, time went back on the clock. Was it 45.8? It'll be side out of bounds right beside the Peachtree Ridge bench.
That's a tough inbound spot right there.
Surely is. Looking, and now Hankton has to call the timeout because Chris Collins was jumping for joy in front of him, trying to distract him. Do you want to be the type of player that stands out to a good coach? This summer, join over 10,000 dedicated players nationwide and discover how to play smart basketball, be a coach on the court, and be a leader in practices, games, and everyday life. Visit pgcbasketball.com for details on the 5-day, 4-night summer course, including the nationally acclaimed Point Guard College course. Once again, that's Point Guard College, pgcbasketball.com. On Peachtree Ridge, 11-7, and as I mentioned, they've been buoying up and down in the bottom half of the rankings. 2-2 showing down at the Kingdom of the Sun in Ocala, and they had big wins over Tucker, Grayson, Mountain View, Discovery, and Decula, but they've been offset by losses to Sandy Creek, Heritage Conyers, Collins Hill, and Duluth. And now maybe looking at another out-of-state loss here when it comes to United Faith Christian, the Falcons. And they shot out to a 10-1 start. In the last 5:14 of that first quarter, it was all United Faith, and since then it's been all United Faith, and a 5 count. Got the timeout to prevent the 5 count. We talked about the tough inbound spot. Came right back. Chris Collins worked on him and got the 5 count.
Christian Collins did a great job with his energy, jumping up and down over there, making that pass difficult, and the guards did a good job of denying. Now you need a bucket. Don't have to have a 3 here, Joel.
Quick hoop.
Yep. Get to the bucket quick.
Peyton,
good shot.
One way and the other, goes down the lane, put it up off the window. No, they tip around. You talked about shot selection. There it is. Connor Haywood gives the foul. Fred Payton, I think, forced it a bit much there.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him work the ball some. Thought it was in traffic against 2 guys.
And as a junior, and Peyton has had extensive run on the varsity, he knows that at that time right there, pass and cut, run the offense, and let's work it. Inbound, Hankton, trouble, a steal. Peyton gets the steal. Look at this. They're going to throw the game away, I think, maybe. No. Harrison Chester, a 3. It's no good. Can't get the rebound. And a foul call, and that will be on Chris Collins. So Peachtree Ridge had a shot at life on back-to-back possessions without United scoring and unable to cash them in. It's only the team's 6th foul. Collins picks up his 4th. 27 seconds, they have to foul again, and now Connor Haywood would give the foul. That'll be his 4th. Team 7.
Peachtree Ridge has had opportunities, forcing 2 turnovers, just couldn't capitalize, Joel. Come down to free throws.
Yeah, going to come down to free throws here, 1-1. Jalen Knight at the free throw line. 5 of 6 on the day. Knight going through his routine, sticks it up and in good. Well, clutch free throw shooting here, always important down the stretch the lead back out to 6. Still not quite out of the woods yet. This one here may do it though and put him up 7. Oh, no good, in and out, rebound, there's life. Here comes Haywood pushing it quickly, 22 seconds. Haywood lost the dribble momentarily, now gives it to Collins. Collins stops, pulls a 3, no, he was fouled. 3 free throws coming up, 17 and 2/10 seconds. A mistake there by Jalen Knight.
Nice little dribble handoff by Hayward. That was a tough shot. Jalen Knight, who's played a terrific game. He's played smart all night, Joel.
Coach, this is where
you could get that one back.
This is where you kind of burn your candle at both ends. You make both free throws, miss the second, and hope you can get an offensive rebound with 17 and 2 seconds.
Well, I would try to hit all 3. I'd be all right if I missed it and we got the rebound, but I'm going to try to hit all 3.
That's why you're the coach.
One-possession game.
That's why you're the coach. Free throw, good.
How many timeouts does Peachtree Ridge have, do you know?
I'm unsure. They got one more coming up. 68-64.
Plenty of time.
17 and 2/10 seconds. Free throw, good.
Big ones.
He stepped up there and stuck all 3 of them. Now you're going to have to try to get the steal, and then you've got the foul quickly, and it'll be the 1-1. Looking, and it's tipped away in a steal. Now they give it over. It's a 3-point game. Haywood, a 3. It's short, no, tip out of bounds. They don't know which way to go, and it goes United Faith. I think Connor kind of rushed that just a little bit. They could have worked it around. They've been impatient in certain situations, and you brought it out when you got on the mic, shot selection.
And they can take a 2 there, too. Plenty of time to get a quick 2.
Now a foul called, and that'll be on Hiram Maxey away from the ball on the inbound.
Not a bad foul, Joel.
No time loss. Got the steal, but then forced the three. And I think with Vasil being on the floor, I know the confidence is oozing from Connor Haywood. I think I would have felt most comfortable with him in the game. He's been my solid performer throughout, at least putting the ball in the bucket.
Absolutely.
Free throw, good. Jenkins, that's his first trip to the line, and that was a big one there. 10.1, steal time, maybe. Second free throw, good.
Gotta look for a three now.
Ice water in the veins quickly. Here comes Haywood. Haywood up ahead to Holyfield. Holyfield gonna stop, pulls a long three, good.
Oh, no timeout?
Yeah, they don't have the timeout there, Holyfield, and there's your ball game right there. So they made that push, but it wasn't enough. They give him a 2, actually, 70-67. So a 3-point win for United Faith, and they improved to 18-2 and have won their 8th straight contest on the season. Peachtree Ridge, the host, they fall to 11-8, and they've lost 4 of 6. Now they've lost 5 of 7 and are on a 3-game losing streak, but they're still in the hunt in the region.
Yeah, Peachtree Ridge is going to be all right. They're just now getting back to full strength. They've been down a man or two with injury and sickness and played a tough schedule. Hankton was the difference, Joel, in the fourth quarter there with his ability to get to the basket and score. But, hey, it's been a great day of hoops. I just want to take a moment and say thank you to you for work you put in today. Thank you to Lisa and SUV team. And then I just want to thank Coach Arrington and his staff, Peachtree Ridge, always gracious hosts and do a phenomenal job. Just take one more moment, Joel, I know you've been mentioning our sponsors throughout, and I just want to, one last time, give a mention to them. And first off, Point Guard College, and they've been a sponsor for a number of years with us. Wilson Lewis as well. All-American Specialties, who provides all of our T-shirts to participating teams, players and coaches. Tzatziki's, another supporter for the 2nd straight year. Jets Pizza was representative of our Champions Club. For every team that won today, they got a Jets Pizza. And then Dick's Sporting Goods. Really appreciate all of our sponsors for allowing us to put on a first-class event.
I know that's right. It has been first class, and it finished not on a good note for Peachtree Ridge, but still overall a very fine 5 basketball game. Just a quick tally here. United Faith Christian Academy, the Falcons. Casey Hankton finished with 20. Jalen Knight finished with 20. Raphael Jenkins with 10 and Jason Thompson with 11. They were the double-figure scorers for United Faith Christian. And then for Peachtree Ridge, Devin Bassel, the 6'4 junior, he finished with 26. Connor Haywood finished with 14. They were the double-figure scorers. And then Chris Collins and Fred Payton each finished with 8 in a losing effort for Peachtree Ridge. So the 2017 BCB MLK Showcase has been brought to you, as Sam Allen mentioned, by Point Guard College, Wilson Lewis, All-American Specialties, Tzatziki's, Jets Pizza, and Dick's Sporting Goods. We'll have our Player of the Game interview coming up. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with that player interview right here. Final score, United Faith Christian Academy out of North Carolina, the Falcons, 70. Peachtree Ridge Lions out of Swanee, Georgia, 67. You hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Joel Hilsman joined by KC Hankton of United Faith. And KC, congratulations on a big game, man.
Thank you.
First of all, 20 points. I want to start in the first quarter. You guys were down 10-1 with about 5:14 to go. Coach called a timeout. And you came specifically with some energy, a couple block shots, couple rebounds, and started getting some things going. Just talk about that little period there when you guys closed the first quarter on that big run.
Well, at the beginning, we got out to a slow start. You know, for the last 2 days, we didn't get any shots up. You know, we got to pick our energy up. But once he called the timeout, we ready to go. Everybody picked it up, got on each other. It was good.
Okay, and then they made the push. You know, you hit a three, and you had 7 points there. But that fourth quarter came, they had made a push. They had closed it, I think, they had closed it to within 3. It was a 3-point game going into the fourth. And, I mean, you shot out the gate, boom, 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 bam. Is that just picking your spots? Because it felt like you were kind of picking your spots when your team needed you.
Yes, sir. I just tell my teammates, find me. You know where. They know I like the ball, so I got to that spot, and they got it to me.
All right, 17-2, we're 18-2 now. Talk about the first year under Coach Josh Coley and how big a win is this, guys, for you. You've beaten York Prep a couple times. You've beaten a Georgia squad in Peachtree Ridge, a viable one. You're getting ready to go home and run through your conference or get ready to take on a valid conference. Like, what does this win do to you guys?
Oh, this boosts our confidence even higher than it already was, you know. But you got to keep going, try to run the table, and keep competing.
Now, this is the BCB MLK Showcase, and Coach, we had him on earlier, and he said you guys were able to go down and visit the memorial down there.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit. How was that?
That was interesting. I've never been to MLK Memorial, so we saw his church, we saw his house, and we just toured everything. It was nice.
All right, well, that's outstanding, man. Well, I'm glad you was able to take a few minutes with us, man.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on the big game, big fourth quarter. You and Jalen Knight, it was hard for me to decide, and Sam put it on me. So I went with you because I just think some of those certain spots, like we talked about, you picked your spots, and then when your team needed them, you lifted them up, and a big victory. You guys hung on for the 3-point win. All right, KC Hankton. Yep, that's a 6'8 junior from United Faith Christian Academy, and they defeat Peachtree Ridge 70-67 in the finale of the 2017 4th Annual BCB MLK Showcase right here on SUVtv.
The 4th Annual BCB MLK Showcase is brought to you by CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. Hawks Basketball Academy and Junior Hawks Camps, designed to give Atlanta youth the ultimate basketball experience. Assistant Basketball Coach app, your source for coaching insight. And D-Chain, great acts are made of small deeds.